The evening sun was dipping low over the quiet neighborhood. Officer James was wrapping up what he thought would be a calm shift. The hum of the patrol car was almost soothing. Then a sudden, desperate sound cut through the silence. The unmistakable cry of a child. He turned just in time to see a little girl, no older than 6, running toward his car. Tears streaked down her cheeks. Her small hands trembled as she tried to speak through sobs. Her pink dress was wrinkled. Her hair was messy, as if she had been running for a while. Through urgency in her voice, she pleaded, "Please follow me home." There was something in her eyes, a mixture of fear, desperation, and hope. James realized this wasn't just a child having a bad day. This was a cry for help, and he couldn't ignore it. He didn't waste a second. He stepped out of the car and crouched to her level. He reassured her that he was there to help. Her tiny hand tugged at his. She urged him to follow. Her pace was quick, filled with urgency. The path led through narrow suburban streets. With every step, James felt the tension grow. The houses were old, paint peeling from the walls. A heavy silence hung in the air, broken only by their hurried footsteps. When they reached the house, his heart sank. It was small, with an overgrown yard. The front door was slightly ajar. No one seemed to be inside. The girl pointed inside. Her voice trembled as she whispered, "My mommy, she won't wake up." James stepped in carefully. The dim light revealed a living room in disarray. Empty food containers, scattered bills, and a faint smell of stale air. Following the girl, he entered a small bedroom. There, a young woman in her early 20s lay motionless on the bed. James checked her pulse. She was alive but weak. Her breathing was shallow. He knew immediately she needed medical help. While calling for an ambulance, he spoke gently to the girl. He asked her simple questions to keep her calm. Her name was Emily. Through quiet sobs, she explained. Her mommy had been sick for days. She had tried to make soup but couldn't reach the stove. She had been too scared to leave her side, until she realized she needed help. Emily ran out and saw the police car. The paramedics arrived quickly. Emily clung to James' uniform, refusing to let go. He reassured her he would stay until her mother was safe. He drove Emily to the hospital, holding her small hand as they entered the waiting area. The hours were long. The sterile smell of the hospital was heavy. But James never left her side. Finally, a doctor came out. Emily's mother, Sarah, had collapsed due to severe exhaustion, dehydration, and untreated pneumonia. She had been pushing herself too hard, working multiple jobs, skipping her own health, just to care for her daughter. James realized that without intervention, their life would slip back into hardship the moment she went home. Quietly, he reached out to local charities, neighbors, and fellow officers. Within days, donations of food, clothing, and money began to pour in. When Sarah was well enough to leave the hospital, she returned home to find it clean, stocked with groceries, and repairs underway. Tears streamed down her face. She realized she was not alone anymore. Emily's smile was brighter than James had ever seen. She hugged her mother tightly. Then she turned and hugged James, whispering a soft thank you. Over the next weeks, Sarah began working fewer hours, spending more time with Emily. Their bond grew stronger. James stood outside their home one evening. He watched Emily play in the yard, while Sarah chatted with neighbors. He realized this wasn't just about one rescue. It was about hope. Even the smallest voices, like Emily's plea that day, could lead to life-changing kindness.